bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The nation's leader on Grand Bahama today for the official handover of NEMA's disaster warehouse in the Hawksville community. The mega investment represents the partnership that exists between the Bahamian and the U.S. government. Sabrina Brown has this story.
Minister the Right Honorable Perry Christie was joined by officials of the United States, parliamentarians, other government officials, and a cross-sector of society for the official handing over of the Grand Bahama Disaster Warehouse. The $600,000, 3,000 square foot disaster relief facility was constructed in Hawksville with the assistance of the U.S. government. The project was some 4 years in the making, and Prime Minister Christie says it highlights the significance of the relationship between the Bahamas and the United States.
There is no doubt in my mind that once we position the relationship between ourselves in the right way and in the right context, that there'll even be greater understanding and a greater willingness to even do more than they are doing now towards helping us for this particular reason. The stability of the Bahamas is connected to the security of the United States of America. And when people are unemployed, like coming out of the recession, over 20% unemployment of young Bahamians, over 20% young Bahamians unemployed. Unemployment in that context is an incubator for crime. One goes with the other. The stability of our country, therefore, ought to be of paramount concern to the United States of America.
General Charles Jacoby Jr., commander of NORAD and U.S. NORTHCOM, was on hand for the handing over ceremony.
Our Northern Command has almost the exact same responsibilities as Captain Russell has, and that's to make sure that in extremis that our citizens know that they can count. They can count on the government. They can count on help when something happens that exceeds their capacity to care for themselves. And how important logistics, on-hand logistics are, supplies and equipment and training to meet the needs of our citizens at the time of their greatest needs.
Minister for Grand Bahama Dr. Michael Darville talked about plans for a mandatory evacuation system on this island.
The government, along with NEMA, intends to implement mandatory evacuation orders in low-lying areas throughout Grand Bahama in order to decrease the chance of injury or death in the event of any vulnerable or disaster. With these adjustments and the additional gift that has been donated to us by the U.S. government, I am certain that residents from east to west Grand Bahama will be better prepared, protected, equipped in the event of a disaster.
Prime Minister Christie and other dignitaries were given a tour of the facility following the ceremony. Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
It's time for our on-campus series. Tonight, a student of St. George's High School gets an opportunity to serve as a reporter for a day. 12th grader Christopher Adderley takes a look at stem cell therapy, why the controversy, and the need for regulation.
Stem cell research has been going on for over 50 years, yet there is still a great controversy surrounding the subject. A specialized cell is any normal body cell that has a specific purpose, whereas stem cells have the capacity to regenerate and multiply. Orthopedic surgeon Dr. Freeman Lockhart says despite the controversy, the potential for stem cells is vast.
So on a daily basis, these stem cells from a particular tissue are used to repair cells that are otherwise lost through just rapid turnover, like blood cells or cells that are destroyed, like the lining of your gut. Every time food passes through, you lose cells. Your skin, you lose cells constantly. So there is an inherent supply of stem cells in all of these various tissue.
Although stem cells have the potential to save lives, many are not prepared to embrace embryonic stem cells.
And what we think about is, just to put it bluntly, is that you're killing embryos. You know, you think about stem cells, everybody know that the embryo originate from basically a group of stem cells. And therefore, the embryo can provide stem cells for researchers to go ahead and, do their necessary research. However, when that happens, it happens at the expense of the embryo.
The topic of stem cell research is a major topic of debate in the Bahamas. And as investors express an interest in opening research centers in the Bahamas, there is a call for Bahamians to become more aware of what stem cell research is all about and safeguard themselves from possible exploitation. Dr. Lockhart says although stem cell therapy can bring about an economic boost, regulation is the key.
An area like the Bahamas seems attractive where our regulations, we don't have very much regulations in place, okay? They would stay away from more developed nations like our neighbor to the north, the U.S., because the regulations are so severe. And there are a lot of do's and don'ts. And the preference would be to come someplace like the Bahamas where the regulations are a lot less lax than, and what we can fall into if we don't implement and have regulation in place to govern this is you can very easily and very quickly get stigmatized as a nation who allow persons to come in and pretty much do whatever they want.
Dr. Lockhart says that it is imperative that the government takes the leading role as a regulatory board in order to prevent the country from developing a bad reputation as a lax destination for stem cell therapy. For ZNS On-Campus Report, I am Christopher Adderley.
Good job, Christopher. Now, this Valentine's Day, a group of local entertainers are planning to show their love for the culture. The group is organizing an all-Bahamian night at Club Utopia on Friday. Joan Davis-Rolle has this story.
It is being billed as Bahamian culture at its best, as local Bahamian performers are preparing to showcase their talents by singing their way into the hearts of patrons during a grand Valentine extravaganza. The mastermind behind bringing the plethora of talent together is performer Timmy Tim Fire Forbes. He says he's thrilled about the upcoming event.
I'm promoting Bahamians, you know, and I want everybody to come out and really enjoy what Bahamian music is all about, you know, and, you know, it's international, not just for Bahamians to hear, but anybody national out there. They should be part of this and share us on. You know, the guys who I have on the show, they're awesome. I just want everybody to know it's time for you to pull together Bahamian artists.
The show has been 1 year in the making and is a night that many upcoming Bahamian stars are expected to shine. Bahamian superstars like Super D, Ja Troy, and A-Max. Those performing say prepare for an evening of love, good music, and a Valentine to remember. We got a sneak preview of what's to come.
It's all about love, hugging and kissing and squeezing, all about love. Super D says so.
She's always blessing me, yes. She bring out the best in me. She bring out the best, she bring out the best, she bring out the bubbles galore, baby girls pierce out. Hey, hot bubble bath in the jacuzzi tub, and it wouldn't be complete without them soothing salts.
Why do people talk other people business when you know they got their own? I bet you don't know the bank been around them, trying to take away their home. Did you hear the news just the other day? The Pope gave up his throne.
Up and yawning, gotta get up to get to work. You're crawling, yeah, it's swinging, you're being out partying, and if you don't come out, you'll be missing it.
Joan Davis-Rolle, ZNS Network News.
Tonight, as we wrap up our Valentine's special series, owner of Signature Choices talk about unique ways to spice up the night of love. It's just one day left before the big V-Day, a day that is all about love and romance. Owner of Signature Choices, Alec Thompson, says, while chocolates and flowers are the usual, she believes spicing things up can add more passion and intimacy.
What that means is people aren't going all out with flowers and all out with going to dinner. What they're doing is focusing on spending time alone together. So we've been doing a lot of sales on lingerie. We've been doing a lot of sales on our teddy bears, our intimate items as well, because it's all about the novelties as well.
She says purchasing gifts should be a personal shopping experience where that special someone is taken fully into consideration.
Come in, take your time, and find the perfect item. think about your person's size. And you know what? If you don't know exactly what size they wear, we'll actually help you pick that out. For ladies or for men. We cater to plus sizes as well. And we also have robes. We have pajamas. We have boxers. We have a wide assortment of things. So we let customers know to come on in, and we give them great ideas. We have, for example, our rose petals. We have our floating candles. We have these wonderful new heart-scented petals. They're fabric, but when you put them in the water, they actually dissolve. So that's a great item that's been selling very well for us for Valentine's. For the men, we're letting ladies know men just want to feel like a king. So whatever you do, make him feel like a king. Cook him dinner instead of taking him out. Wear something sexy and serve him dinner in that. Spend the evening together. If he's a homebody or he's a romantic, do all those things. Light candles. Our scented candles have been flying off the shelves.
And while some people believe Valentine's Day should be every day, Alex disagrees. She believes that February 14th is special.
Like we tell people, Lover's Day is every day. And yes, what they have done is made a special day for people to focus on it. And for all those customers or all those people who always say, oh, Valentine's, Schmalentine's, guess what? Is there one day out of the year that you go all out for the person that you love? If not, this is why Valentine's Day was selected. It's fun. It's like your birthday. Just go all out. Buy the sexy lingerie. Buy the candies. Buy the chocolates. Buy the candles. Go all out to let them know that you love them 110%. And on this particular day, you want to show them that.